Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brooklyn Baby Podcast with me, your host, Charlene Sabb. I appreciate you for tuning in to me again for another week of my podcast. Thank you for those who listen to me, no matter which platform you use, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, or Podcastle AI. Thank you for your support. And just so you know, I am soon going to start uh, filming live episodes. Yes, so when you tune into my podcast, you're not going to just see my still images, but you're going to see me recorded and, because I just want to just get more connected to my listeners slash viewers and just take it to another level. Now, I might still alternate and sometimes just do the traditional taped podcast with just the audio, but I'm going to start incorporating taped live podcast episodes. So let's get into it. Today's episode is setting boundaries. And setting boundaries may look one way for you, look another way for someone else, but basically it's pretty much individualized, whatever it means to you. So let's get into it. For me, setting boundaries. Ooh, boy, I am the known quintessential boundary setter. I don't care who you are. Family, friend, whatever. I am the queen of setting boundaries. So what does it look like for me? For me, I don't answer every phone call. I don't. I just don't. There are times in which I'm with my family or maybe just decompressing, and I'll sometimes put my phone on mute, but more often I don't answer the damn phone. I'll get back to you when and if I get back to you. Doesn't mean I don't care about you or love a person any less, but I just go by one golden rule. If it's an immediate family member, parent, son, I answer. Everything else is not prioritized. And that's just the way I roll. People used to look at me and say, "Oh, you're not going to answer that call?" Hell no, I'm not. I'm not. Because if you answer every phone call that comes to your phone, whether it's your landline, cell phone, and trying to keep up with people who are trying to keep up with you, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get shit done. You're not going to get anything done. You're not. And especially the busier your life is. Like, people who know me in my immediate family know 9 times out of 10, I'm talking to you in my car on Bluetooth because I'm running an errand, doing this, picking up that. I'm always on the go, or exercising, going to the gym, going to one of my private spots where I like to do a jog. If I'm not jogging in my neighborhood, I'm always on the go, picking up something, running errands. Because since the pandemic, I was always running errands for my elderly parents. I said, I'm not going to have them go in stores with all these viruses and stuff floating around in the air. So since 2020, I made a concerted effort not to have my parents go into stores. And now that my mom has passed last year, I only go shopping for my dad. Whatever he needs, drop it off at my parents' house, home, and whatever. But you know what? It kept my parents from being sick. They have not had a cold, illness, flu, COVID ever. They never had COVID, but they hadn't been sick in the past, 4 or 5 years. Because my mother passed last year from 20. The last time I remember her getting a illness or being sick was way before the pandemic. And since the pandemic, they have not had a cold or flu, never had COVID. And my dad, he's still alive, going to be 88 at the end of in August of this year. He has never caught COVID. He has not had a cold or flu prior to the pandemic. So any no known illness since 2018, 2019. But my point is, if it's not an immediate family member, I don't answer the phone. I don't, because that's not my priority. All the other ways I set boundaries, if someone rubs me the wrong way, whether it's a friend, false friend, associate, coworker, no. working in the workplace, sometimes people want to friend you or be your friend on social media. I've rejected those as well. Unless it's someone who I really rock with at work, which is very few, or one or two to be exact, we are not going to be friends on social media. Because some people are what we call Decepticons. They just act like they want to friend you on Facebook so they can tell everybody at your workplace your business. That's another way I set my boundaries. If I'm working with you, no, you're not part of my social media, and I don't give a damn to be part of yours either. That's another way to set boundaries. Another way to set boundaries, if a workplace you find is toxic and not serving your needs, leave it. I'm doing an early retirement resignation and enjoying my life to travel May 2nd. I'm saying bye-bye to teaching for 18 years, and I'm retiring early, resigning early, whatever you want to call it. And, so it is what it is. But I'm going to use this time to enjoy my life, to travel, to work on my passion projects. And I have several coming down the pike. And I'm just going to enjoy my life. Just going to enjoy my life thanks to my dad and my son and having some money stashed away. But it is possible. So I'm grateful to God for that. A lot of people don't realize that. But if you listen to my podcast, Surprise, that's the big reveal that the world will know soon. So I guess y'all got the early scoop. But I'm enjoying my life, So my thing is, in a perfect world, yes, I probably would have continued teaching for a few more years and this, that, and the third. But I said, wait a minute. I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel, and to me, I have a great rapport with my students, but I feel it's the adults in the building that are problematic and an issue for me. So I said, I don't have to pull up with this shit. So me and a few other people either left, retired early, found something else, whatever. I'm just leaving to travel, enjoy my life, and work on my passion projects. Because life is so short. Any of us are not guaranteed tomorrow or the day after that. So everyone has to find their happy. So finding your happy and setting boundaries could even include in your workplace, especially at a workplace where you don't feel appreciated. It's toxic. You got messy people who don't act the way they should act. And it could be some racist issues. There could be some misogyny. And I said, at my age, I'm not going to let people to play in my face. We're not going to have people playing in my face and me come to a job doing my best. And I feel like I'm swimming upstream and deal with people who are messy, catty, and not professional. I said, oh, no, 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 no. So, yes, set your boundaries at your workplace. If you feel your workplace is not suiting your serving and suiting your needs, bye, see ya. Life is too short. And thank you for God and my family and other factors to make this possible for me, because nobody has to deal with no one else's shit. No one has to deal with something where people are playing their face. So that's another way to set your boundary. My boundaries have been set. So even with friends, family, lovers, whatever, basically, if I could just put this in a bottle and sell it to people, I would. Nobody is on this earth to be unhappy. God did not put us on this earth to be unhappy, to be mistreated, to be disrespected, to be unappreciated. Now, I'm not saying you can control the actions of others. However, what you can do is navigate and move accordingly, and have people be in your life, remove people from your life, move away from people being in your life, gravitate towards more positive people. That's what you can control, but you can't control who likes you, how people treat you. But you can decide, okay, I'm not going to be up under this person. I'm not going to be near this person. That's what we can control. Even with friendships, there are people that I know myself, I personally had to make a decision to, okay, this person is not treating me the way they should treat me as a friend, making these slick ass comments, being very passive aggressive, microaggressive, whatever you want to call it, and making jabs at me. And I said, I don't have to put up with this person and then be around this person or hosting this person at my residence and or whatever, or breaking bread with this person, but yet I'm being subjected to funny ass comments and slick remarks. Oh no, you gotta go. And I had to do that to a couple of people, several people in my life. I don't have to be subjected to mistreatment, slick comments, microaggression, and either you're my friend or you're not. But I'm gonna host you or break bread with you, but yet you don't really show me real love. Because a real friend would not disrespect. A real friend wouldn't talk slick shit out the side of their mouth. A real friend does not do that. And if you realize you have people who are, I put in air quotes, friends, but yet they're throwing you under the bus and rolling over you and rolling over, backing up and rolling over you again, baby, they're not your friend. And yes, at my big age, I had to disassociate with myself with certain people recently who were not really my friends. Because real friends, they celebrate you. You celebrate them. Real friends show you love. Real friends check on you. Real friends, most importantly, will not say stuff to tear you down with their words and actions. And that it is what it is. And that can go for relationships, romantic relationships too. No one has to deal with that. No one has to deal with that. Set your boundaries. You might have toxic relatives. You might have toxic people in your family. It's okay to move away from them too. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I had a whole relative for no reason. She was upset over something at the end of a family reunion. This was like over 10 years ago. And she picked a fight with me in front of my parents, my son, and other relatives. And if she thought I was just going to sit there and let her be disrespectful to me over something that I didn't even start, she had me messed up. And so I, had some words with her, and her daughter threw a whole BlackBerry with a hard ass outer box case in my face. Thank God I had sunglasses on, because that could have taken my eye out. And then, people who antagonize always try to play the victim, always act like, oh, I didn't, like, first of all, I was just sitting there, and over some dispute, she made me the villain as I was just sitting there. We had other family members witness it. And if someone thinks that I'm just going to sit there and let you disrespect me, you got me messed up. And her daughter, who has anger management, I found out from another relative, with her anger management self, threw a cell phone in my face in retaliation for her mother starting some mess with me and me having something to say in my own defense. Now, I could have pressed charges, but I chose not to. And it caused a whole melee, and the person charged at me. It was just a whole mess at a family reunion that we had in Wilmington, North Carolina. And my point is, going forward, I said, I'm not going to deal with this relative again. Her daughter, anyone who associates with them, deuces. So like I said, you can form boundaries. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. No one has to put up with people's mess. No one has to put up with people's stuff. It's okay to move away from people who show you toxicity, violent inclinations, and violent acts, and negativity. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So yes, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because someone's a relative doesn't stop them from having petty jealousies, insecurities, issues with you. And yes, you can set your boundaries. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a parent, a child, a grandchild, an aunt, an uncle, a niece, a nephew, whatever the case may be. And I'm grateful, with the exception of the mitigating case with those relatives who started an argument and a fight with me at the end of the reunion over 10 years ago. I really don't have issues with family members, thank God. But I know some people do. But it's okay to move away from them. It's okay to set those boundaries. Whether it's friendships, acquaintanceships, situationships, relationships, work situations, Even and like I mentioned earlier, even as simple as answering the phone. Uh, oh, and don't ring my doorbell unannounced because you will be standing out there. Don't pop in on me unannounced because I don't do that to other people. So I don't want people to do that to me. At least give me the courtesy to call, see if I'm available, if it's okay to come through, and if I'm available and it works, you can come by, but don't pop in on me. I was always raised, don't pop in and uh, unannounced or anything like that. Another thing I don't like when people roll up on me. Just if I see a neighbor, just wave, but don't be rolling up on me to try to have a conversation. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm in my car rolling out, I need to roll out. I need to have somewhere I need to be. Because I never get anywhere early anyway. I'm always like late or just on time. But so I'm just like that. So set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. Don't be anyone's fool. Don't be anyone's whipping board. Don't be anyone's servant. Don't let anyone mistreat you. Uh, and not saying you have to go off or be hostile, whatever towards people, but it's okay to set your boundaries in the stand. It's okay to set your limits with people because people will take advantage. And a lot of times people will do up to what you allow them to do. So what does setting boundaries look like in your own personal life? I just told you what they look like in my personal life, but what do they look like for you? Decide what they are and implement them. But do not let people tie up your time. Do not let people take away your happy. Do not let people play in your face. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this latest edition of the Brooklyn Baby Podcast. Until next week, bye and stay blessed.